Good afternoon. I was talking about many things, and one is related to TripAdvisor. I used to write reviews about the restaurants, and I can write many reviews because I'm visiting the restaurants. I can talk about it. But after a long time, I came to, and I have realized certain points. There is someone investing not only the money, hard work. It's all attached. The hard work, money, it's the time, energy, and the whole family is depending on one business. I don't know who is doing the mistake, why, what for. Is that the problem related to the proprietor or the people working in the restaurant? Someone is having an issue. So if I talk about the restaurant, and then you know what, I'm going to talk about the food, what I had. Obviously it's going to affect the restaurant's business, but that is not my, that is not my intention. I'm not at all intending to hurt anyone else's feelings, and also it's not my intention to say something bad about the food. See, if you have the title, if you say that yes, I am serving Italian, please try to understand few things. And plus, at first, would you please let me know what do you mean when you say that you are specialized in Italian, gourmet? Then you must let me know what do you know about it. When you serve the pasta, that is the staple food of that place, pasta and pizza. You must understand that what you are serving. And there are some rules, there are people, they are following it. The basic ingredients in Italian cooking is very, very important. Basic ingredients are quite crucial. The olive oil, extra virgin, pomace, all of them. When you talk about the salad, you must drizzle few drops of extra virgin. And when you talk about the pizza, again, it's better to drizzle the extra virgin olive oil on top of it. It was a funny time. There are people getting into your restaurant not because of the food. It's not just because of the food. Of course, that is the main purpose. Just stepping into your restaurant and they are believing in that you're going to serve the Italian food. But what did you do? What are you trying to say? And don't think that your customers are not having any idea about anything. Do you think that they can simply step into the Italian restaurant? If you say ristorante, why do you want to invite the people? And why do you want to cheat them? When they are choosing the place, they know that they are going to eat Italy. Right? They are not going to eat Mexican or anything else. They are not expecting any Indian spices or Indian way of cooking. Of course, it's not going to be quite authentic. The flavors originated from Italy going to have the different settings. Even you can arrange everything, the atmosphere, the plates, everything. But if you don't use the basic ingredients, olive oil, olives, cherry tomatoes, cheese, and of course the breads, and the spices and the herbs, thyme, sage, rosemary. It's all available here in Bangalore. All fresh herbs are available. You can make the pizza, you can say that it's the fusion, but no one is interested in your fusion stuff. If someone is getting into your restaurant and believing in your menu and expecting the Italian, means they have already tasted it, or they have the knowledge about it. You cannot simply cheat them by serving something. Do you think that you can serve anything? When you say Sicilian pizza, and if you are putting a lot of chili paste, that is also not the sweet paprika, Indian chili paste. That is quite Indian. Your taste buds going to say that. It's not going to cheat you. I mean, the customer's taste bud is going to say that it's Indian. Of course, I'm happy to have Indian food, but not in the restaurant specialized for Italian cooking and having the menu Sicilian pizza. Pizza from Sicily. Of course, I can't expect that sort of pizza on my plate, but you cannot put anything on top of it. You are cheating. And also you are ruining the day of the, celebration. They are getting into your place not just to taste the food, and that is going to be memorable. You are serving the food, and of course the quality, quantity, everything is important, and you are going to make someone else's day. They are celebrating something. Don't you know about it? You cannot simply cheat your customer, or you cannot simply cheat someone. First impression is always the best impression. When you say something, yeah, I'm here to serve the Italian. Oh yeah, is that so? I'm very much curious. Okay, let me have the ravioli. And the sauce was the disaster, as well as when you really don't know how to serve the pasta or the ravioli with sauce. If you really don't know which dish to choose, and it's going to be very tough. The pasta or the ravioli, even the risotto, you are going to serve it in a plate that is made for pasta, ravioli with sauce, or the risotto. It's not the flat one. You cannot give the flat plate to serve the pasta, ravioli with sauce, or with You cannot serve risotto on top of it, on the flat plate. Plate is one thing, then the sauce. When you are making the pasta sauce, that should be quite creamy, having no coarse paste. It should blend with the, it's gonna match with the ravioli what you're putting in. And the ravioli should be very fresh. If you really don't know how to make the fresh ravioli, don't put it on the menu. That will be fine. The ravioli on the sauce was the, anyway, I never expected that sort of ravioli, and it was the disaster. And again the pizza. When you say Sicilian pizza, wow, do you think that I'm coming to your restaurant to have something? You can give anything as the way you want. There are so many outlets. They can do the door delivery, and we are habituated to have that sort of pizza. Even they can do justice. They did that. They don't cheat. We serve Italian, we serve this, we serve that. They don't. Of course, everything is Indianized. I could understand that. But you don't have to have the name, and you don't have to have the menu, if at all, if you have that sort of mindset. Yes, I can serve anything to the customer is not going to understand it. They can simply eat and, go away from the restaurant. They will be back. Do you think that? Everything is important. The atmosphere, the ambience, what I'm saying here is that the ambience, and it should be quite pleasing. You don't have to have so many things. The leather furniture, the leather sofa are, you don't have to have the very expensive furniture. You don't have to add the expensive artwork. It can be simple and yet beautiful. You must maintain the cleanliness. If it is neat and tidy, that's more enough. The ambience, if at all, if you are able to do good, more than that, then of course you know about the business then. The second thing is, first thing is food. Quality, quantity, but ambience, I say that the ambience is the first and foremost thing, because if it is not neat and tidy, I'm not at all going to sit and eat the food. First thing. Second thing, the food. If it is neat and tidy, I can expect that, okay, they are preparing the food in the same hygiene level. They are able to maintain that sort of hygiene in their kitchen as well. Then, the food. If you say that you are serving, say, continental, oriental, European, what do you mean? If you say Italian, Italy, the food is from, if your menu is talking about something, and even your restaurant name is saying that, oh, we are going to serve this for you, and the customer is believing in that, stepping into your place to have the Italian food, not something else. They are not going to expect anything more than that. If at all, they can choose some other place. They don't have to step into your place. And when you are preparing the pizza, Of course, thin crust is thin, thick crust is thick, and the stuffed one is different. That's all I know. And what about the toppings? And there are few restaurants able to indicate the spice and the level of the spice, how hot it is. They simply put a chili. One chili means spicy, hot. Two chilies means quite hot. The chili is going to indicate about the level of spice, chilies, etc. If it is quite hot, you don't have to say, you don't have to tell the customer that it's very hot. The chili is going to indicate the spice level, how hot it is. It's so brilliant, don't you see that? And no one is going to expect the chili paste on the Sicilian pizza. I never heard about it. Sicilian pizza with the Indian chili paste? Are you kidding? It was quite red in color. The margarita base is different. Please don't think that your customer is not having any idea about the food what they are going to have. Even if they never had the experience, at least they have the knowledge about it. From the books, from the TV shows, from many places. And the staple ingredients are quite important. If you are not able to serve the authentic flavor, at least to maintain certain standards, don't cheat the customer. Why do you want to invite the customer and say that you are going to serve the Italian and you have the name? You have earned it. So someone is really, believing in that. Oh, yeah, years of experience. And you are going to believe in that. By name, by experience. And they are expecting something. And that on the special day. Do you want to ruin your customer's mood? You really don't know about anything. Then how could you run the business for years? I'm just wondering about it. I'm not talking about the name of the restaurant. It was a disaster. The experience was quite horrible. I was not able to eat the food. And you know what? That day was the very special day. If they don't have the manners and concern about anything, I'm not like them. If they are not able to keep certain standards, that is their issue. But I do have my standards. I do have manners. I would have rejected the food. I would have, scolded the person. But I didn't do it because that day is the very special day. And everyone is celebrating the festival at home. But they are in the working place. I could understand their feelings. I could understand their state of mind. They are not able to go anywhere. They are working. So I could understand their feelings. And I didn't say anything. I just came back. But I had the same experience with many restaurants. I'm not coming to your restaurant just to have the food. Of course, food is the main purpose. But if it is not clean, if it is not tidy at the place where you serve, it should be very clean and neat. And if you say that this is the place for fine dining, you should offer few things according to the fine dining. Otherwise, don't mention that this is the place for fine dining. And you cannot charge triple the amount of the normal place, normal restaurant. Just like the takeaway or self-service, that is understandable. If it is related to self-service or takeaway place, then it's fine. Even then, you need to maintain the hygiene first thing. And the food is the important thing. That is the major, concern. It should be having the quality as well as the quantity, and it should be providing the value for the money what I'm paying. And I'm coming into your restaurant to have the food, and you are claiming that I'm going to serve this one, not in the specialized in North Indian or in South Indian or in Maharashtrian or in Italian, Oriental. When you say something like that, you must do justice. At least 60%. 60%. Even if you procure the original ingredients, from the place it is getting originated, the native flavors, you are not going to get that sort of finish. It's not very easy. But at least do some justice. 60% or 70%. You are not even able to provide 20%. Now why should I have to pay? Sometimes I feel like, okay, it's not for me, shall I move from this place? The ravioli was not fresh. It was thawed, and it was quite dry. The stuffing was quite dry, and the most dishes are meant for al dente finish or purpose. That is understandable, but it should be soft. It should be having the very fresh stuffing, and the sauce. Please go through how to make the sauce. If you talk about any sauce, bechamel or hollandaise, anything, please try to get it how to make it. If at all, if you really don't know, don't put it on the menu. And when you say that we don't have this, we don't have that, and please try to keep it simple. We have no children, so we have tried many cuisines from many restaurants, and we felt the same thing. The food was not served as per the standard or as they promised, and they simply say that fine dining, but they don't have that sort of atmosphere or ambience or even the seating arrangements, everything, the cutlery, plates. How could you expect the pasta on the flat plate? How could you serve the pasta on the flat plate? You cannot serve the pasta or ravioli with sauce or risotto on the flat plate. And please do not cheat your customer if you mean that I'm serving this and they know the ingredients, the zucchini, bell peppers, olives, the cheese, of course, and the base, thin crust, thick crust, stuffed one. On top of it, the tomato sauce, and then on top of it, the cheese, then the toppings. What you're mentioning. That's all.